right. Let's start with well, I guess there's not much more to say about Denkun. So the DevNet. Has Erigon been able to join the DevNet now?
I certainly updated the config. Not sure if it worked. I mean, like, it works for me. So yes.
Okay, is Carlos here? No, I don't think so. Does anyone at Nethermind know if it's running?
Well, Carlos is away this week, so I can't answer to this, and Marcos is also not here. The thing is, like, currently we are having issues with Denkun DevNet related to ETH68, our ETH68 compatibility solution testing. It's not directly related to ETH68, but something with fast sync. So we're trying to figure out what's going on there, but it goes a bit slowly because Carlos is away, but anyway, we are working. And yeah, that's all regarding the DevNet.
So I think the chain is progressing fine, but we have some syncing issues. That is what I understand from Marcin as well, because he shared with us this information.
So the syncing issues are related to ETH68?
It's related. Yeah, we're trying to test our solution for ETH68, but for that we need a fast sync, and with fast sync we're facing some issues, but we don't know what's going on yet. So our guys are looking at it now.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess the plan is then to fix that, and then Carlos will update. It doesn't require a hard fork on anything,
right?
I guess, so should be fine. Okay. Hive tests, no updates from what I got. Nethermind, do you have any updates?
Well, we have a new engineer, Mark, and he's gonna explore Shutter with me. He just started, and that's all for this week from my side. I don't know, Mark, do you have anything else?
Yeah, so Mark, could you
I was just going to
introduce
say,
yourself?
like, hello, nice to meet everyone. I'm excited to get started working on the Shutter project.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, and so for Shutter, actually, I had a talk with Yannick from Shutter. So maybe there's some things I can talk about with you guys. Maybe we should plan a call this week or next week. I'll send an invite. Anything other than that?
So in last 2 days, I noticed 2 bad blogs and sharing graffiti. I'm like almost 100% sure that it might be not updated nodes, because generally I observed these bad blocks for a long time, and there are less and less those bad blocks. But sharing graffiti with you, maybe you know those proposers, so I will try to follow this as long as we don't have any like alerting.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. I think all nodes we should have. Sorry about that. Yeah, so all nodes we know. Sorry, let me just give me 2 minutes. Lion, can you take over?
Yes. Okay, so Erigon, some updates.
So I changed a small parameter which I discovered was causing some issues in the DevNet, and the Docker image was updated accordingly as well, so that should work. And I think last week we also had a release fixing the out-of-memory issue. So that should be gone in the latest release version. That might have been the problem for several nodes, including Gnosis nodes, so that should be fixed.
Awesome. Guillaume?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what was the out-of-memory issue? Like, was it connected to distributing transactions?
It was an internal database related issue.
Okay,
Not really.
okay. Just because I ran into a problem, an out of memory issue a couple weeks back, so just wanted to see if that was the fix. Okay, can I go with my updates?
Yes,
of course.
please.
Yeah, one comment from my side. We also had some out of memory issues, but it's a very edge case situation. We fixed them.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then the issue reappears. I'll ping you both just to make sure it's not the same thing. Yeah. And so not too much to report, but still, I started my second branch was able to start syncing this morning, so that's good. The problem is that I accidentally stopped it and I destroyed the database, so now I have to re-import everything and to start again. But yeah, it was syncing. And otherwise, I used a hack to get to sync because I was trying to import the receipts from the Nethermind database, and Tanish sent me a piece of code that I don't think I understand very well. So I might ping you, for example, Marek, about the way receipts are encoded so that I can fix this. But maybe I don't need it. So if I don't need it, yeah, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, so more updates when the database is rebuilt and this thing starts over.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, for Erigon, I also wanted to mention, I guess, again, I know we've talked about this before, but the Erigon, like, fully pruned node, so HRTC, now weigh around 700 gigabytes for Gnosis Chain, which increased a lot during the past weeks. Whereas Nethermind, I think, is still at 275 gigs, so it's almost like triple at this point. So yeah, I think maybe, well, hopefully your new storage solution will come out soon because it's starting to kind of get out of hands. I don't know if there's any research about that going on right now, but yeah, it's a bit strange that it increased that much.
Sorry, I missed some parts. So, is it about RPC?
No, so Erigon nodes, just like syncing a fully pruned Erigon node, is now 700 gigabytes of like disk storage, and Nethermind is 275, I think. So Erigon consumes like 3 times more space than Nethermind, and it increased a ton in the past like few weeks. So yeah, maybe I don't know if Somnat has a. Do you have a comment about that or not?
I think that's identical to unpruned database. It's possible that it's not really pruning anything. Not sure why this issue is, and I think I could look into it, try this exact configuration that you have been running, and try to see why the database is still as big as your usual archive node. That said, I think it should be a small fix, if at all. That said, we are also working on Erigon 3 at the same time. So that's hopefully going to massively reduce the storage footprint. So, that's sort of a priority for database reorganization. So if we find that the pruning has some issues with Gnosis, it's possible that we might not fix it in upcoming releases and just go ahead with Erigon 3, which would bring in a lot of changes to help the situation.
Yeah, Lukasz?
Is there a place where we could read, or maybe you can explain how Erigon 3 is more efficient than Erigon 2?
Frankly speaking, it's a lot of different things going on there, since I do not actually work on the core, but on a very high level, it's about organizing the transactions sequentially rather than in blocks, in a way, and having different databases store the data in a more optimized fashion. So, that's like very, very high level, but the details are like way too complicated to explain, and I don't think I fully understand it myself.
Okay, no worries. Just the thing is that with organizing the chain chains, the deltas per transaction seems counterintuitive that it will be lower footprint than blocks. So that's why I don't wrap my head around this, but maybe there's some secret sauce there.
There is actually some secret sauce, as in terms of optimization. It's massively more complicated. But yes, it's very counterintuitive to how or why exactly this thing should work. My best answer to this question is that there is a lot of cheating going on in terms of how data is stored, and the database size improvement would come with a little bit of additional computation every time you ask the RPC to do something. So, for example, if you ask it to fetch an old block, for example, it wouldn't really get it from a copy in its hard disk directly. It would probably have to reconstruct it because it doesn't have it on the hard disk anymore. So, there are tricks like that being applied.
Okay, no worries. Maybe someone will have a write-up on that. If you find any, if you know of any, feel free to send it to me. I'm really eager to dive into that.
Yeah, I think we'll have some release notes when this comes out. I think there are a lot of rough edges. So, I guess you'll have to wait for a couple of months for that.
So what's the ETA for Erigon 3?
It's not really official, but we're trying to push it post Denkun. So, within a month after Denkun or within 2 months after Denkun, roughly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Is there anyone from Gateway here? No. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Awesome. Well, then thanks for joining. Yeah, I set up a call with Ruben and Mark, and yeah, see you guys next week.
All right, take care. Bye.
Good week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yes, mate.